Good morning, my loves. Happy Sunday. Beautiful day here at the lake. Pretty overcast, and the high today, I want to say, is like 100, 101, which that is not hot. That's nothing. Last week it was 108, 109. That's warm. So today's nothing. It's fine. A little overcast, which is a nice change, I guess. Good topic. And it pertains to each and every one of us, including your kids. When you talk about rest, I got to sit down and rest. I need to grab a cup of coffee, a glass of tea. I got to rest. Do you, somebody you know, do they associate that just boom, immediately with being unproductive? And if you're unproductive, you're not worthy. You're worthless. You're no good to anybody. You're lazy. Yeah, my little Brenda opinion, that goes back, well, I'm 67, so that would go back to like my great-grandparents' generation, because you had to work and when I say work, I mean 14-hour days. You had to provide for your family. The women were they didn't have everything that we do today. They were scrubbing the floors on their hands and knees. They were doing the ironing. They were doing cooking from scratch. It was a full-time job raising a family. And the men worked their asses off, and you didn't even have time to rest. You came home, you ate, you went to bed. You collapsed and went to bed. Now, maybe you'd have a few minutes to be able to sit out on the porch, maybe on the weekend, and have a glass of tea, have a cup of coffee. But you knew you had to get back up because there was other things you had to do. I'm from the Midwest, and I mean, my dad was head of research and development, so I had a bit of a privileged lifestyle, but I had family members and friends who had farms. They work and they work hard. I had an aunt and an uncle that had a dairy farm, and it was one of the biggest, for a few years, it was one of the biggest in Missouri, which was wonderful for them. But they could never get a vacation. They could never get away because, you had to start milking at 4, and then you had all this other stuff to do, and you had to milk again, and you had other stuff to do. You crash and burn about 8 o'clock to get up at 3 to get ready, to do it all over again the next day. It's hard work, but you need downtime. You're not worthless. It's called self-care. Self-care isn't selfish, it's essential. And I know there are still some people that have that mindset, that they feel they have to work 14, 16 hours a day, every day. Idle hands are the devil's work. Honey, no. Robbing a bank is the devil's work. It's the devil's helper, or whatever the expression is. You can sit down and you can take a break. You can have family over. You can play around the golf. You can sit on the porch. You can stare at the lake. You deserve downtime. Your brain needs to be able to downshift and rest. Your body deserves to downshift and rest. And if you can take a little nap during the day, God bless. I am not one to take naps. It just doesn't work. But if you can, do it. Here in the U.S., because I know these videos are seen all over the world, in the workforce, every employee is entitled to 2 15-minute breaks every day, as well as, depending on where you work and your hours, either 30 minutes or an hour for lunch. So during your 15-minute break, most people will grab their phone and start doom scrolling, checking messages and watching videos. Please, just try this once. Don't check your phone. Just lean back, close your eyes, and breathe. Just rest. Don't think of anything. Listen to some nice music. Just breathe. And then go back to work. It will do wonders. It will. Kids need downtime. And elementary school, they have recess. So they get that downtime, and they have lunchtime, and that's fine. But they need that. Their brains need that. Their bodies need that. Our minds need that. So resting periodically does not make you worthless. It does not make you lazy. Lazy is when you don't want to work. You can't keep a job. You have no interest in working. You would rather have somebody else support you. That's lazy. That's kind of worthless. But as long as you have ambition and drive and you're productive, that's fine. But you don't have to work 24 hours a day. You don't have to work 16 hours a day. Most people here in America, we do 8-hour work days, 5 days a week. Sometimes 10-hour, depending on where you work, they might need you. Excuse me. Long night with a cat, they might need you to pull overtime, and you get paid extra for overtime. Okay, but you still need your downtime. Doesn't make you lazy, doesn't make you worthless. On weekends can be crazy, because weekends you're trying to catch up on everything that needed to be done during the week. For a lot of us, it's getting caught up on laundry and housework, getting ready for the week ahead. Okay, but you still can have time to catch a movie, to sit outside, I got up early this morning and I made apple turnovers. And when I finish with this, I'm going to have a cup of coffee and an apple turnover. I'm going to rest. That's fine. I have clients, but I think I have clients this afternoon. I'm sure I have to check my calendar. But, I work 2 jobs. Why? I enjoy it. I have my consulting. I work at a law firm during the day. I love it. I am having way too much fun to call it a job. I'm sorry. It's fun. It's great. Great group of people. And I still see some of my trauma therapy clients. It's wonderful. I love it. For me, it's fun. Helping people is fun. But I still have my downtime. I want you to find downtime. And if you can find somebody to share that with, it's just that much better. Go out to dinner, have a barbecue, whatever works for you. But I want you to promise, please, promise me that you will start allowing yourself to rest. And I have to say this. I don't know what time you go to bed, but you kind of have a general idea. An hour before you go to bed, put the phone away. Put the laptop, the iPad, put it away. Your brain needs an hour to declutter from all of the cyber crap. Seriously, put it away for an hour. Set your alarm for the morning and put your phone down. Put it away. You can watch TV. You can read a book. Personally, I meditate and say prayers. And that takes well over an hour. But that's what I do. And it allows your mind to downshift for you to get in that right frame of mind. And I would suggest from 6 o'clock forward, you might have a glass of wine, you might have an adult beverage, but other than that, make it water, no caffeine, no coffee, okay? No tea, because those are stimulants. So let's try and calm the mind down. And this pertains to kids too. So whatever time your kids, take their bath before they go to bed, an hour before that, the iPads, the phones, the games are put away. They'll scream and yell for an hour, but okay, put it away. Read a story, watch TV, have dessert. Let their minds start downshifting and getting into a pattern of, I know I'm downshifting, I'm going to be going to bed. The bath is a great way to relax them, get them into bed. They will sleep a lot better. You will too. Just trust me on this. I'm old. I know this shit. And I always have your best interest at heart. Just give it a thought. But please, today's Sunday, the day of rest. Do something to rest, to enjoy the day. Maybe you go to church with your family. Great. Afterwards, maybe you'll have a dinner, a barbecue. Maybe you'll just sit outside, watch the sunset this evening. I don't care. Do something peaceful. Do something that makes your heart smile, because you're worthy. You are so worthy. You are not lazy. You are not worthless. You're not non-productive. You're human. We are all human, doing the best we can. And that's all that anybody can ask of you. Do the best you can, but take care of yourself. Self-care isn't selfish. It's essential. Rest is essential. Okay?